Guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our macOS development with AppKit tutorial series. And in this particular tutorial I am going to show you how you can allow and disallow the reordering of columns in your NS table views. Now this is actually really simple. It's just there's a single property that you can use, and then NS table view behind the scenes provides a default implementation, so you don't have to do anything. Now, there is a delegate method that you can use if there's extra code that you need to run when you move a column. And I will link to that method. I'll link to that delegate method in the description. Now, I urge you to, my challenge to you today is to look at that documentation, read up on the specific method that is called when you move a column around, and just run some additional code, right? So that's kind of what I want you to do. That's what I want you to figure out. Because, again, as I've said multiple times before, and I will reiterate it again here, actually looking at the documentation, reading it, and trying something on your own after reading on it in the documentation, that is one of the best ways to learn. Try something yourself. Experiment, right? That's how I learned. So let's go ahead and actually go into Xcode and take a look at this property. So in Xcode, right below where I'm configuring my table, this is the same app we had before when we constructed our table view a couple videos ago. So what we're going to do is we'll say table dot allows, let's see, allows column reordering. Now, the default value for this is true, so by default you're able to move around the columns and whatnot. But if we set it to false, and we run our code, our app looks exactly the same as it did before, except this property doesn't visually change anything. At this point, we cannot grab the headers of our columns and drag the column around. Now that allows column reordering is false, we can't do that. But if we left it alone or set it explicitly to true as its default value, then we'll be able to drag around the columns as our heart's desire, which is awesome. And it's very, very useful if your user wants to prioritize certain columns over others. Alright, so that pretty much does it for this video on the allow column reordering property to allow or disallow the user to reorder columns in a table view. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.